Great day, great day, great day. I'd like to welcome you back. Well, at least I'd like to say hello once again. This is Brother Hot Tim, and you are on Giami Journey. This is Give Yourself Permission. This is Giami Journey Radio, a Heart of a Symbol production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Now, I know. Some of y'all like, where you been, Brother Hot Tim? Well, Brother Hot Tim, been resting, because I was getting up every day. I did over 135 shows for this one last year. Just this show, 135 shows. So last year I did a total of about 300 shows, and around August I had to kind of fall back. August, September I had to fall back. So now we're back up, and for those that want to follow the old shows, right? You can follow it on Spreaker, but I also have an archive. Give Yourself Permission, archive.com. Also, check me out at tribe.giamijourney.com. I have officially started a site, and this is going to bring me into the topic today. But first, let's do this.
This is Cleveland, and you're listening to Giami Journey Radio.
That's right. We're listening to Giami Journey Radio. So now, I ended our last sessions with going over the 5 V's, and we made it to V number 4, and I decided to stop. And I know most people are thinking, well, you should have covered the last V last year. Turn it down, please, sir. You should have covered the last V last year. And I said, well, nah, because one, I want to start this session off in victory.
This is Brother Asaru, and you now listen to Giami Journey Radio. Peace.
All right, so now, and I said, well, we need to start 2015 off in victory. So I for some reason, I could never get back into doing it. I stopped on the last V. So let's review some of the V's. All right, before we move into the final V, the 5th V of the journey, the 5th V of warriorship. All right, so now we got the virtue. We got virtue. Be virtuous. You know what I'm saying? What are your virtues? What are the principal systems that guides your life? You got to look at that versatility. Be versatile. Do you have the versatility to adjust? Because life is a dynamic process and it's always doing something different that you can you adjust. Sometimes you have to look at some of your goals. Sometimes you got to look at some of the things in your life and you have to be flexible enough to move around that. Then you got to make sure that you have vision. What is the vision? Where is it you trying to go? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? Can you get there? And you got to have that. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a vision. And then you got to have value. You got to have values. Now the values fit back into the virtues, right? But also you not only have to have value, you have to bring value. And most people fall short on that part. They got value. They believe that they're valuable. You know what I'm saying? And they have some values, you know what I'm saying? And they value things that they want. But the value that I'm talking about is the value of economic progress. You have to bring value with you. You have to be able to promote or give or add value to the things that you do and to other people's lives. Now, the last V is the most, I ain't gonna say the most important, but all four of these V's build up to this last V. And this is the V of victory. You must have a victorious mind state, victory. All right, you have to enter things with a mind state of victory. Now, let me be clear. Victory doesn't mean, a victorious mind state doesn't mean that you win all the time. What a victorious mind state says and what a victorious mind state does is a victorious mind state can look at any situation and extract the gold out of it. I talked to y'all last year about being a wisdom miner. When you mining for something, you often have to go through a lot of junk to get to what it is you want. And a victory mind state keeps you in that grind, keeps you in that work, because it's like this. You're going to always suffer some type of defeat. You're always going to suffer some type of setback. You're always going to have to overcome some type of obstacle. But the idea is to have a victorious mind state so that you can extract the lessons out of it. We got people that are involved in conflict as a warrior, because that's that's the major aspect of being a warrior, being involved in a conflict. Or being an expert at conflict. You're involved in conflict, but are you distilling the lessons? And if you don't have a victorious mind state, a lot of that stuff is going to shoot right over your head. You're not going to be able to get it. And if you don't get it, you're going to stay stuck. And if you're not looking for it, you don't have a victorious mind state. Many of us, we accept victim mind states. Many of us don't mind being victims and don't mind being stuck. But sometimes, well, I ain't gonna say sometimes, when we want to make progress, we have to allow ourselves to get them stuck and start learning the lessons so that we can move. Sometimes we got to turn up the volume in our own life. Sometimes we got to hear what's being said to us in our own life. When we come up in those conflicts are talking to us. They're teaching a lesson. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The teacher is not always an individual or a person. The teacher can be obstacle. And in a lot of cases, the teacher is an obstacle. And you have to be willing to learn the lesson, but you can't get the lesson if you don't have a victorious mind state. If you can't look and see victory, if you can't touch victory and be able to transform the hardest times into victory by extracting the treasure that's within it. Now, so this is Brother Hatim, and once again, let me let you know what my schedule is again. Now, I'm switching Tuesdays. Tuesdays, I'm going to do Give Yourself Permission first, and then I'm going to do Folk Tale for Grown Folks. So that'll be between 5 and 5:30. On Thursdays, I'll be doing Thunderous Thursdays. That'll be about 5 a.m. On Fridays, of course, Freestyle Fridays. I'm going to try to stick to the schedule and do that every week. I'm working towards finding a way to do that every week. And on Sundays, I will do On Mile 3. So I have, instead of having 5 shows in a week, or like 5 shows, a show a day, I'm gonna have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 shows a week. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Give me time for if there's any prep needed, so I can keep this thing going. And I want to thank all those that have been tuning in. I want to thank all those that have been making comments. I want to thank all those that's on the journey. Make sure that you go to Tribe, TRIBE Journey, GYENYAMEJOURNEY.com. Get a subscription because I'm gonna be having private podcasts. Tribal quotes will be moved to a private format. The classes that I do will be moved to a private format. Unless you know exactly when they are, you're not going to be able to catch them because those shows will be specifically for those that are subscribing. But the issue is now, boom, I'm moving with a victorious mind state. I got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? I got responsibilities I have to keep. And like I said, when you practicing those 5 V's, that virtue, I got my principles. I've been versatile, and I'm still remaining versatile and flexible. Vision, I got a vision. I bring value. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm moving with a victorious mind state, and I'm moving victoriously with my podcast. I'm moving victoriously forward with my podcast. I'm moving victoriously forward with my blogs. I'm moving victoriously forward with Giammi Journey. So, this is Brother Hatim. I have be on the lookout for the new books. Follow me follow Giammi Journey on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Also, like I said, subscribe to the site. This is Brother Hatim. I'd like to thank you. And like I said, give yourself permission to have a victorious mind state. And with that, I'm out.
This is Brother Asaru, and you now listen to Giammi Journey Radio. Peace.
You are now listening to Giammi Journey Radio.
Giammi Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Summer production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigm.